Hey, what is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Well, in today's video, of course, we are going to be going over Solana. We're going to be taking a look at what it's doing, what some of the price movements are, the executions it's doing, and much more. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at it. So what we're seeing right now was the move that we were kind of talking about in about 2 videos ago, in which we were seeing the price being dribbled. You guys know I like to call it dribbling because it's like a basketball, but the price was dribbling between these two extension levels, the 1.618 and the 1.272, off of this swing high down to this swing low. Well, we did see that it came back up. We attempted to execute on the 1.618, just barely missed it. We came down to establish support on that 1.272 to get this full extension on the 1.618. Now, as you guys do know, I did expect that we were going to see a little bit more upward momentum. I personally expected if we saw a big push through like this, that we would find support on top of this 1.618 to push into the 150s, but that just did not happen. Of course, I'm human. I can call these things a little bit wrong sometimes, but I am happy to see that we were able to execute on this 1.618 and surpass $147. So with that being said, now let's kind of talk about what it's doing, what I'm expecting it to do, what some great buying opportunities will be, what some support levels are, and much more. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. So at the moment, if we do go from the swing low that we created on this 20 simple moving average on our Bollinger Bands, and we go all the way up to our high that was set here, you can see that in the short term, by the time this video drops, it honestly may have lost this level, but at the moment we are holding at the 236 support level, or Fibonacci retracement level, and that's a decent level. It's not one that I've noticed holds very well all the time, but there are these rare occasions in which we will see support get established on top of it before seeing a continuation to the upside. So of course, if that is the case, the way in which we confirm that this is going to be some support establishment and we may see a turnaround, of course, is once we start seeing green. We want to see some green candles above this, and then we would just go swing high down to swing low right there. And let's get rid of this one just for a second. And of course, if you do start to see support getting established on top of $140, look to see the price clear 148. If we clear 148, I would think that we would probably come up to execute on $153. So that could be a nice little very, very short-term trade of about 2 to 3% that I think would happen relatively fast, maybe about 4 to 8 hours there. But in terms of, is that likely to happen? I'm not sure. Again, like I said, the 236 doesn't necessarily hold as the strongest level of support quite often. But my personal expectation is that if we do come down and we lose that $140 level, I'm expecting an interaction at this 20 simple moving average. Of course, this is going to be the orange line that runs in our Bollinger Bands on the 4-hour charts, as well as one thing we can see is if we turn on our EMAs just for a quick second, our 20 EMA on the 4-hour charts is also right in the same exact area, as well as our 382 Fibonacci retracement level. So there is an extreme amount of support at this level, and that's the reason why we do see, that this mid channel holds so much. If we just kind of look at this thing, we can see that there are many times we will find support in these different types of regions, and that's just because typically our EMAs on the 4 hours, as well as our 20 simple moving average and many Fibonacci retracement levels are right around this area, and so that typically will hold as support. And so what I would expect again is that if we do come down to lose 140, this 236, I'm expecting that immediate interaction with this area right here, right around $130. Now, if we do look to see support get established there, you guys know the drill. You guys know what it looks like, and you guys know how to find support at this point. Say if this 20 simple moving average comes this way, we start to see some green and working our way up. What we do, we take our swing high down to the swing low we created on that line. We're looking to see it clear the 786, which is $146 in this case, and we are looking to see it execute on our 1.272 to begin with. Now, I know you guys you are used to me looking for the 1.618 execution, but if we do actually go out, and let's just kind of remove drawings for a second. If we go out to this little move we had here, we had the swing high down to the swing low we created. You can see that we were able to execute on the 1.272, but we just weren't quite getting enough momentum to see that 1.618. And so until we start to execute on 1.618 a little bit more on these short-term swings, I'm going to just look for the 1.272 to begin with. If you're short-term trading, that's your exit point. And if you're just long-term investing, of course, you don't have to worry about where the price is going to execute to before coming back down, of course, because you are just looking for great buying opportunities as the price does go down. So again, if we do lose $140, do look to see this price start to work its way back down to our 20 simple moving average, which is also going to be a very important zone as it is our 20 EMA on the 4-hour charts again, and we can go swing low to swing high, and that puts us right at this 382 to 0.5 range, in which will serve as a massive, massive support. Well, you guys do know that we talk about all the support levels because you never know, right? The price could just come smashing through this. And if that was the case, definitely look for that almost near immediate interaction with our 50 EMA on the 4-hour. That would be next, and I think that would happen relatively fast, to be honest. I think that would be a very, very quick move. We would see the price coming down, the 50 EMA would do something like that, and we would see the price go all the way back down to around $117 to $120 if we do come down to lose that 20 simple moving average that runs right here in the middle, okay? So just be paying attention to that, right? This whole zone, everything between 132 and 126 is going to serve as very important, but we lose that, expect probably another, 6-7% fall back down to our 618 to 786, as well as this 50 EMA on the 4 hours. Now, I know you guys, you might say, well, Tyler, we talk about this every single video, right? Every video we're looking at support levels, we're looking at extension levels. I keep it that simple. It's really that simple. Until it stops working, that's what I'm going to continue to do, right? Because whenever we see these prices and whenever we see that the price is moving just so accurately on our Fibonacci levels and whenever it's moving so accurately on our EMAs, I mean, guys, look at this. It's exactly what we're looking for now, right? And I know it may be a little hard to decipher, but let me show you what we're looking at. So we went from this swing low a few days ago, or about 2 weeks ago. We went all the way up to the swing high. Well, we knew the price was going to retrace. So coming off that swing low to the swing high, we came back down to interact with the 20 EMA, on the 4-hour, our 20 simple moving average that runs in between our Bollinger Bands, and our 0.382 to our 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, establish support, and continue upwards. Look at the similarities here, okay? We go from our swing low to our swing high, and look how beautiful of an interaction. It is the same exact interaction. Come back down, we may look to establish support on top of the 20 EMA, the 20 SMA, and the 0.382 to 0.5, the yellow box right here, which is the same exact interaction that we had back here. Until these things stop working, until these patterns break, until we see that it is not going to repeat these same movements, we're just going to keep looking at these same movements. I'm going to keep giving you the levels. I'm going to keep giving you the prices and the execution targets. I know many of you have been short-term trading these cryptos right now. Personally speaking, I'm long-term. What I'm doing is I'm looking at these buying opportunities, right? If we go down, say, to the bottom of our Bollinger Band envelope, and we start to go up to surpass that 20 SMA right there, I'm buying, just to increase my long-term position, because the likelihood is we come back up to retest the top of our Bollinger Band envelope. That's a good buying opportunity. There's potential there, right? And so I'm looking for these support levels and I'm looking for these reversals to where I'm increasing my long-term positions. But I know many of you are using these to start your short-term trade and end your short-term trade. And so with that, I'm going to keep giving you these prices. I'm going to keep giving you these numbers to play around with. Do remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy with a computer who looks at charts all day long. And so with that, please take what I say with a grain of salt, but definitely do start to look for some of these levels. Definitely do start to pay attention to these patterns and these Fibonacci's, these these exponential moving averages and simple moving averages, Fibonacci retracement levels, again, because they all play a factor in deciding when support may be established and how we can determine when a good buying opportunity is. So overall, just do be looking to see if support gets established here. You guys know the drill. We're looking to see that we clear that 786, expect a 1.272 extension. And if we don't establish it there, expect more of a dramatic fall back down to this 20 SMA and EMA, in which we will then be looking to see the price clear somewhere around $146 before saying, being confident that the price is going to continue upwards. That is the only time that I'm looking to see, that's the only line that I'm looking to see to be confident that the price is going to continue upwards. If we don't clear that 786, I will not get excited that support has been established. So definitely pay attention to that. And if the price does fall between this one and we lose this one, do expect an update from me ASAP, in which we will take a look at some lower support levels and I will give you guys more trade opportunities. So with that being said, I will update you guys very, very soon. So do stay tuned. I have another video coming out in about 3 to 4 hours from now. So definitely be ready for that. I will see you all very soon. Peace.